Okay, so I'm back for video 2. As I was so rudely interrupted by my phone, it doesn't have enough stories. So anyway, so I'm just utilizing what I have in my yard and utilizing when I go scavenging, and I try to find things to build in my yard. So this is just some of the stuff. This is the process, and this is, some things that maybe you can utilize. So this is the back of the fence. I absolutely love how it turned out. You can't see how pretty it is because I have the pallets in front of it. If you look at these pallets, that to me looks just like an old fence on a ranch. So I'm gonna do something really neat with it. This 8-foot pallet down here, I don't usually find 8-foot pallets. I was really glad to find it. I'm gonna use it probably as a deck to the pool. So this right here is the other part of the fence that I was showing y'all. I had a very bad irrigation problem when I moved in here, and obviously I had to take care of it because my yard just stayed flooded. What we did was I got a contractor that right through here there's a French drain, and it drains right out that fence over there, and it works lovely because right here all the water comes down. So eventually I'm going to build something to catch the water. So this is not finished. I'm going to put another part kind of like that in front of it. If you look over here, I have a pallet that is attached to the chain link fence with zip ties. Then I took bamboo. Bamboo is behind here. It makes it very private. There's big long pieces of bamboo right there, just like that one. And I attached them with zip ties to the pallet. Then I took this bamboo that I got from Lowe's and I put it there, and it turned out quite beautifully. This part over here will be covering up and finishing. This is part of my garden that I'm starting over here. As you can see, I have a big, huge pile of dirt going that way. I wasn't for sure what to use all that for, but now we're going to make it into a garden. Here we go over here. This is where the pool's going. It's not like, it's just one of those you get at Big Lots or something. I mean, it ain't a big deal, but I'm gonna hook it up. So we have a storm destroyed my tarp, so I got another tarp, and it's actually too small. So my grandson was helping me. This is the way that I fixed and made this. Well, the general contractor and my grandson did this part, but the canopy that I pulled out of the trash that I was telling you about, I wanted to make it more secure. So they took some boards and they secured it. Right now I'm going to have to use a different tarp because this one's too small. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix it, put another tarp on here, and then we're going to put a pool right here. This is the lighting that I chose to put up because I like things simple and I like them cheap. I got this for like $3, maybe a little less at Walmart, and I'm going to go get some solar lamps and I'm going to put them right down in there, and that's going to be our lighting. We have one over there in that corner. I decided that I wanted my lights in my yard very strategically put because I'm thinking of safety. I'm thinking you don't know what's going to happen right now. So I'm thinking like prep, like get water back here. I'm thinking like have reserve water. Even if we had to use the pool water, we could actually wash clothes. We could flush the toilet, things like that. This right here, the trampoline, I'm about to make a canopy for this trampoline so that everybody can enjoy it without getting too hot. And I'll show you when that's done. But these bamboo sticks over here, that's what they're for. I'm going to use these bamboo sticks. I'm going to attach them right here. We're going to raise it up high, and we're going to make a higher area in the middle, and then it's going to come down so that way they can enjoy the shade, but they don't have to lose the fun of jumping up and down. So I'll be back to let you all know what else I'm going to be doing. 90% of everything that I've done in this yard has been for free. This right here is an old fire pit that I am going to do something magic with. As you can tell, I have this little metal thing that I've been holding on to. I'm thinking about turning this into maybe a stand-up fire pit or an oven or something. We'll see. I wanted to make sure that I had coolers because right now, just like that for water, you need to make sure that you've got something to put water in. You've got to have a source. Here is the irrigation that I talked about. So these pipes, the water comes and it flows right through there, and then it comes right down here and it goes out of my fence. So it made the landlord happy, it made me happy, and now I don't have to deal with my yard being flooded all the time. That was a very easy solution. When I moved here, this pipe, the white thing right there, it was actually on the ground and it was outside, and I mean, it was just like in the way. Everything was in the way. As you can tell, my trampoline, I'm going to turn this into something really, really neat for my grandbabies. But this is the part of the yard where all the water and everything goes, and I wanted to be able to have it someplace where they were safe, people couldn't see them playing, things like that, you know, because sometimes people are sick with kids, so you need to be really careful. And if you have kids, you need to make sure that you don't expose them in certain ways, because sex traffickers are on the lookout. They're on the lookout every day. And so I will be back and I will be showing you other things that I'm going to be creating. This right over here, the stairs that I'm making for the trampoline, I think that's going to turn out really good. And so anyway, I shall be back and show you how the survival prepping is going, the DIY, how you can make a privacy fence for next to nothing, because I think I've only put maybe $100 into extending my fence into privacy. So this right here, like I said, this area right here, use it. Use every inch of your yard. Use every inch of it. If you want to plant your own garden, if you feel like you need to be starting to learn how to grow your own food, use what you had. I have that thing. I don't even know where that thing came from. It was laying in my yard. So I'm using it to plant stuff. These right here, all of these black planters, a lady threw them out with the canopies that I picked up. These canopies over here. And there was probably 100 of them. I still have half of them. So those were free. I pulled those out of the trash. This bamboo was free. All of this right here, as y'all know, it costs a fortune right now to buy building material. So I get very creative. I bet I got all of this right here. If y'all don't know, this stuff is expensive. And I promise you, it was next to nothing. It was probably maybe $80 that I gave for all this concrete. But it's a gold mine. It's a find. Go out, find you something beautiful. Get creative. Grow your own food. Create a space for you and your children and your grandchildren. And if it's just you, create a space for you. Enjoy what you have. I'm going to show you one more time. My yard is a mess because I got a lot going on, but I promise y'all are going to see the beauty when I finish it all. This right here is an app.